Hello everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we will be going through a contents review of the high grade Force Impulse Gundam, and this was from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, released by Bandai, of course. Back in a whopping 2004. So this is the original Force Impulse in the sense of the first high grade, well, not the first high grade iteration, but the not quote-unquote revive version of the Force Impulse. I will be doing a contents review of the revive shortly though, so keep an eye out for that. So continuing on with this seed theme, it's been extended for a while now, quite possibly through to the end of the year, but that's okay. I'm going to run with it. Next year's a new year, we'll see how things go. So, contents review, obviously there'll be no unboxing because box is flat packed, done and dusted. So here we have the manual for the Force Impulse. So this will be a most likely painted, properly done up version of the Force Impulse. I do expect that it would have painted on some extra things that will not be on the kit, which is fine. I'm sure some of it will be color corrected by stickers and others not so much. And here we have the line art, the front of the Force Impulse, the back, Shinosuke being its pilot, and the Minerva. So there's the front. Everything else is in Japanese, as was the time. On the back there is nothing interesting, but if I, well, it's part of the instructions interesting anyway. But if I open it up here, what we will have is some more shots of the Force Impulse. So we've got a breakdown of its armaments, bit of a pose, the various flyer units, which I cannot remember off the top of my head. Color guide back and front, and then we also have another picture of the Impulse Gundam, so the actual rear. So the Force silhouette in this case is not attached, so you have the Force silhouette and the Impulse Gundam as opposed to the Force Impulse Gundam. So that's some of the interior. If we go to the actual instructions themselves, breakdown of the runners, so A, B, C, D and E, and polycaps, and obviously I know, a sheet of foil stickers. It's not too bad, 5 runners in total. Pop that over quickly. So if we have a look at the build, so much like we still do now, build the torso, build the head, arms, legs, well, feet, then legs would be the correct terminology. The waist, you can already see some stickers here, which doesn't surprise me. And then a little core flyer, question mark. It's been a while. And then over here we have armaments, the silhouette, I believe that's the Core Splendor. As I said, it's been a while since I've watched Seed Destiny. And then if we go back to that color page at the back, so this is just separating it back into its individual flyer components, which is pretty cool. I could actually do that. May not look that good, but it can do it, and yes, it's still one of those weird Gundams that is clearly, when it's in its flight components, is just a Gundam torso folded over. Anyway, that was the booklet, instruction manual. Looking at the foil stickers. So yes, foil stickers. Majority of it is in red. I've got some blue, so this will probably be waist skirting, probably the chest, eyes, and this I suspect these reds will be for the wings. So that was the stickers. Looking at the runners. Good old A runner. A multicolor A runner. So we'll have our blues, red, predominantly white, and the yellows. That actually isn't too bad of a runner for its time. Obviously a lot has changed since 2004. What are we now? 2021? 17 years? Yes? Yes. I'm assuming 17 years. Feel free to correct me on my mental math. Surprisingly, there is some actual nice amount of detailing on some of these parts, so that should be fun and exciting to see. So there's the A runner. Moving on to the B runner, which I'll do this side. B runner is all in white. And just the first thing that will stand out is this old school hand and beam saber combo. So oddly enough, because these are the beam saber handles here, if you have some spare beam sabers, which should be a yes, you may be able to use the beam sabers as intended, as opposed to using this, since you will have to paint the actual saber effect. But that's not too bad. Otherwise, it's pretty much most of your leg pieces on this runner. So that's B in white. We have the C runner. This is probably your typical dark grey. Hands, weapons, bits of inner frame of some description. A thruster, probably for the Course Blender, or silhouette booster. Once again, I get confused by the terminology. So that's not too bad. We have the D runner in probably, I dare say, maybe black. Not too bad. Most of those red stickers, I'm sure, will go on the top and the bottom of these wing parts. Doesn't really surprise me, but that's okay. Might be able to actually use a paint marker for those. I guess we will see. Depends how well the paint goes on, if I do decide to do that. So that was D. We have a E runner, which funnily enough is in red. So there will probably be some red on the backpack, but the rest will be stickers. So probably most of the backpack and the shield, but that's the small E runner in red. And last but not least, we do have a polycap runner, PC123. So obviously this will be most of the polycaps for all your joints and the like. Old school neck, I would imagine as well, but that's okay. So that's that, and yes, that pretty much brings us to the end of what came in the box for the Force Impulse Gundam back in the day. So I will try and get this done in the near future. My building has actually been quite slow the last few weeks on account of being, well, been engaging in one of my other hobbies, quote unquote hobby. It's fitness, so it's not a hobby per se. But there was a gym challenge. There was a challenge at the gym for basically a step challenge that I was doing for the month of September, and that was quite intense. So I did find myself spending more time at the gym and less time at home building, to say the least. But that particular challenge is over. I actually did quite well, I'd like to think. Well and truly surpassing the 300,000 steps for the month. So it was 10,000 steps a day for the 30 days of September. So I was very happy, flew past that to the point I doubled it. So you can imagine, it's a very, very interesting month, and my legs are appreciating the break. So I'm sure my legs will be very eager for me to be building again. So that wraps up this contents review. There will be more in the future, hopefully back to some degree of regularity. Now that I have some time again. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment or subscribe or even hit the like button. Anything you do will be greatly appreciated. Maybe not hitting the dislike button if anyone went that far, but I'm sure you have your reasons should you do that. Feel free to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with upcoming releases. Extra content can be found on my Instagram account, and a link to that will be in the description below. Thanks again for your support to help grow this channel. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.